Stop wasting your time consuming all of this self-improvement content. You're just tricking your brain into feeling productive without actually making any real significant progress in your life. It's so easy for us to stuff our minds full of all of this information and feel like we're really making significant progress. But when we reflect on our lives, when we look back to the last few months, we realize that we haven't actually made anywhere near as much progress as we thought we did. By stuffing our minds full of so much information, we're not able to process all of it. Of course, our brains can only really process about 1% of the information that we're taking in. So most of the time you spend consuming information is actually completely wasted. Not only is that time completely wasted, but by bombarding yourself with so much information, you're becoming overwhelmed. Your brain isn't able to metabolize any one bit of information, so you lose the possible benefit that you could have had from consuming that one bit of information that was actually relevant to your life. As such, we actually improve our lives less by learning more, which is to a large degree the exact opposite of what the self-improvement community preaches. I spent an entire year living like this, consuming as many videos as I could get my hands on, as many books as I could find, spending every spare second listening to podcasts, subscribing to newsletters, everything you can think of. Thinking that if I stuffed my mind full of tons of information, if I consumed as much self-improvement information as possible, then I would just over time develop this incredible understanding of how to live a good life. And so I would make better decisions, I would know better how to act in certain situations, and so my life would improve, right? It's so intuitive, so easy to fall into this trap of wasting hours and days and weeks and months learning absolute bullshit that it doesn't really apply to our lives. I thought my life would improve significantly, but when I reflected, it actually got worse. My mental health took a massive hit. I lost all mental clarity. I lost my faith in self-improvement. I spent all of that time just to worsen my life. I spent an entire year living like this, reading every book I could get my hands on, watching every video I could get my hands on, subscribing to newsletters, spending every spare second listening to podcasts, thinking that if I consumed all of this information, I would develop this incredible understanding of how to live a good life. I thought that if I stuffed my mind with all of this information, I would make better decisions and my life would improve. The reality is, my life didn't improve. My mental health took a massive hit. I became actually a bit depressed. I was constantly incredibly overwhelmed and anxious. No one area of my life was significantly improving. My life actually got worse by learning more. It's such an easy trap to fall into because it's so intuitive to think this way. But I'm trying to help you guys avoid making the same mistake that I did. If you can take my advice right now, you will save a year of your self-improvement. Think about how massive the return on investment for taking that one action would be. 1 year of your self-improvement. Imagine projecting yourself forwards 1 year and seeing how much you've grown there. That's basically what you can do by just taking my advice right now. Since I've stopped consuming self-improvement content altogether, since I've started spending all of my time either working on my purpose or committing to creating growth in that one area of my life that's causing me the most emotional pain, or simply doing nothing, literally just existing to give my mind time to process all of this information that it's taking in. Since I started allocating my time that way, I've actually started seeing growth again. I have my mental clarity back. My mental health is improved. I'm actually happy. I've started making progress in my purpose. I've been able to focus on and really commit to growth in my speaking skills to make these videos higher quality, to increase engagement. I remember what it's like to have that kind of giddy excitement when talking to your friends about self-improvement. I feel like I'm finally aligned with what self-improvement should be again. So, what is an autistically simple one-step protocol that idiots like us can follow to avoid making the same mistake in the future? Do not consume any content at all unless that content is specifically about that one area of your life that is causing you the very most emotional pain. If I had been given this advice a year ago, I could have saved myself so much frustration and overwhelm and suffering. I could have grown so much more. So please, for your own sake, not mine, please take my advice right now. This is what self-improvement should be, not just trying to stuff as much information down your throat as possible. Now, I know better than anybody how appealing it can be to continue to consume all of this content. You feel so productive, you feel like you're finally making change in your life. You feel like you're really making some good progress, and look, I'm learning so much. And so I understand that you'll want to pretend that you didn't see this video. You'll want to go and consume some more content, learn some more, feel more productive. It's completely natural. I can empathize with you all the way there. But if you can take my advice right now and avoid falling into this trap, you will save yourself so much time. If you can be one of those guys who really reflects on his life and realizes that maybe this isn't actually leading to that much growth, even though it's satisfying and I feel productive, maybe I shouldn't be doing this so much. If you can be one of those guys who can put their hand up and say, yes, I've been mentally masturbating, then you will be in the top 1% of people who are on self-improvement. Imagine how much your life would grow if you could confidently say, yes, I'm in the top 1% of the top 1% of the world. Just in terms of how fast your life is improving. That's everything. That is absolutely all I've got to rant to you about today. If you found this video insightful, relieving in some way, challenging, please subscribe. I post a free video like this every single day for people just like you and me. Thank you for watching.